Imran, allow me to take it from here and share with you all the past 4 years of my life. I don't have it figured out already, but I have a few answers related to the scars on the left side of my body, and a few answers about change and how to deal with the unexpected. It all started when I turned 30. I still remember a picture of my birthday. It had everything I wanted. I was in good health, positive, highly energetic. I had my wonderful family next to me. I had my best friends. I just started a job in the most famous institution in the country, and I had a boyfriend who claimed out loud how crazy he was about me. The perfect Kodak moment. Little did I know, SBPA, little did I know that 4 months down the line, that fragile little image will break into pieces. But first, let me ask you a few questions. Who here suffered from heartbreak? Raise your hands. Who here was bullied at work? Raise your hand. Who here suffered from health issues or worse, medical malpractice? Raise your hand. This is the story of my scars. I slipped on an afternoon of a very hectic day. I still remember vividly that day because I was trying to convince myself not to quit my job, although it was obvious that there was a clash of value with the working culture. I really longed to be part of a learning environment, somewhere where they value individuality. And my relationship was going through a rough patch, a very alarming rough patch, and I really needed some time to think. And I slipped, a simple slip that led to an explosion of my left elbow and a 7-hour major operation. When I woke up, they told me I was really lucky to have a functioning arm, that the bone exploded, but there was no damage to the nerve or muscles. Now, all I had to do was rehabilitate my hand for the coming 9 months until the next operation, where they would remove the 12 plaques of titanium that was supporting my elbow. Now, I was raised to deny pain, that the body had no value, that disconnection is the only way to survive. And this is what I did. I completely disconnected from my body, went on autopilot. I'm fine. Nothing happened. Now, what I forgot to tell you is that I'm a lefty, and one of the major pleasures of my life is writing and painting. Living with one functioning hand, while the other one tightly wrapped, barely moving during the physio session, all I had to do is say, I'm fine, nothing happened. That was my answer for everything. All I had to do is deny the pain, the change of weight, the constant fatigue. I am fine. Nothing happened. But life wanted it differently. So allow me to share with you 2 instances that kind of sum up those 9 months. On my first day back at work, my manager, looking at my hand, gave me this whole speech that I don't have an excuse to act like a handicapped in order for me to avoid work. And remember that boyfriend, the one who claimed out loud he loved me? Well, the day of the operation, he decided that life was too tough and that he couldn't be there to support me and that I had enough strength to do it on my own. What a wake-up call for a grown-up who thought that she had everything she wanted. The pain and those 2 instances were my first catalyst in my journey of change. It took me less than a month to find a new career in learning and development. And it opened my eyes to a new perspective of life. It became my own journey, my own learning and development journey. But I was up for a roller coaster. Yes, I did change situations, but I did not change my mindset. Let me walk you through what happened after that first accident. 4 years maneuvering the Lebanese medical system. 3 major surgeries that led to a transplant. 16 kilos, extra kilos of toxins in my body due to antibiotics, anesthesia, and surgeries, and that no doctor would admit. 6 physiotherapists, too busy taking numerous clients to actually customize an approach for my hand, which led to more damage. And then, 3 months of deep fear when my hand started acting out. one test that revealed what my surgeon was hiding: a failed attempt to fix my tendon that was broken due to the titanium plates. The anchor that was used was a metal anchor, and it was broken and swimming loosely in the articulation, causing damaged nerve and muscle nerve. In addition, my triceps was degenerating and losing its functionality. 3 surgeons who refused to take my case in fear of jeopardizing the reputation of their esteemed colleague. And finally, 1 surgeon who accepted my case, and 1 transplant, where they took a part of my body, my left thigh, and used it to patchwork my elbow. And finally, 2 major scars on my body. Now, this is not a story about medical malpractice, because, let's face it, it's Lebanon. I would have lost my hand, my money, and my time fighting a lost battle. Now, pain is a very lonely journey, but it humbles you, and it sheds light on what truly matters. I remember waking up one day, laughing, and asking myself, how did I get here? And the only answer that came to my mind was, it's because you didn't react. Actually, you were passive. All you were doing is reacting. You never took a proactive step. So I forced myself to wake up every day, look at that stranger in the mirror that I didn't recognize anymore, and remind her to thrive, not only to be a victim of circumstances. And then suddenly, the story that I was telling myself was not anymore about heartbreak or bullying or medical malpractice or trauma. It became a story of regaining control of my life. So I started my 110 days project of gratitude, where I forced myself to post 1 gratitude per day on social media. It kind of did a ripple effect, and my surroundings started speaking a language of gratitude. And I realized that I was so blessed that my days were not as dark as I thought. I had a father who was there for every physio session, every exercise, and every crying session. I had a mother who taught me the value of prayer. I had a wonderful sister who turned every hospital room into a garden of laughter and the Harry Potter marathon. I had an aunt, my soul mother, who never left my side, but never treated me like I was broken. I had a best friend who made sure I would look beautiful every time I'd leave the hospital, standing in front of me, next to the mirror, reminding me why scars reveal the best of us. Instead of giving up on writing and painting, I taught myself to color again. I bought 1 coloring book per year, and I managed to finish a coloring book per year, and that was my first victory. I attended art therapy workshops, writing workshops, storytelling workshops, and find new ways to write. I even used the weakness in my hand and as a new form of art. And since I had a manager who was intuitive enough to challenge me and give me space to grow, I even found a new passion for training and facilitation. And I tried to manage to channel all this pain into motivation and energy with my participants. The funny part was that a few people in my life thought they took it on themselves to monitor my weight. Joelle ضعفانة اليوم. Joelle نصحانة. And they couldn't understand that was the least of my worry. Because for the first time in my life, I had a connection with my body. I learned how to love my body and listen to it. And since the regular medical practice wasn't helping, I went into alternative healing techniques. And I found a difference between what a healer is and a doctor is. And I learned that a body will only that a body can be healthy if it's aligned with the emotion, the mind, and the spirit. One of the best compliments I ever had is that you did not change. It's ironic since we're talking about the alchemy of change, but it's true. The core, that strength that makes you who you are, will always be untouched, and it reveals itself in those moments. As I was observing everything that I thought I cared for slip away, I understood that life will go on. At every corner, there might be another unexpected event, maybe another miracle, and maybe other scars. But where I am will never define who I am. Someone very dear to me reminds me on a daily basis that I am so lucky because I didn't start my life yet, that I can start writing my book from that moment, blank slate, with no defined images. So I created a game. What did I lose and what did I gain? Yes, I might have lost a career, but I gained a calling and a deep interest in well-being. I might have lost the perfect relationship, but I gained a healthy perspective about love, and especially about self-love. I might have lost acquaintances, but I gained soul friends who are passionately in love with life. I might have lost the strength in my hand, but I gained the power of resilience. One of the healing techniques that I tried was traveling to India for a treatment. And I remember, on my last day, my doctor looked at me with a funny smile and with his beautiful accent told me that if it took a tendon to break for me to let go of that limited perspective of life, maybe it's worth it, because I just gained my real life. So what are you waiting for? Don't wait for a wake-up call and write your own life. Thank you.